Welcome to the sports show. Mike Max, Patrick Royce, Lou Nanny, and the one and only, the one that's left us laughing at the beginning. Sid Hartman, how are you tonight, man? You are fired up coming down here.
Yeah. I wrote a horse column tomorrow. How do you like that?
A horse column? Just horse.
Yeah, I found out we had a local lady who had a horse that won the Kentucky Derby.
Unbridled, Frances Gentner.
And her horse eventually bred the big horse now.
American Pharoah.
The big horse.
Maybe her.
Not directly.
Maybe her
Yeah,
horse.
but not directly.
I had him look it up on the internet.
It was probably an ancestor of one of her horses. I would guess.
I thought you were talking to that horse that does a commercial in the water.
You remember that Kentucky Derby
what.
when Carl Knapsker's the trainer and he's saying he's going to win. She couldn't see. She was in her 90s. And he's going to win. This is getting.
Yes, famous shot. Yes.
I'll tell you what. If you got a Friday New York Times, there's a story about this horse's owner.
We can go down the menu to Triple Crown to start here.
Yeah, he is something.
Well, let's start with the Twins. We'll come back to Triple Crown. What do you think of the Twins this weekend?
Well, they didn't score any runs in 3 games. They scored 5, 7.
Just had the one big inning, basically.
Yeah, but they sent Santana down and brought Vargas back up. I thought they might bring that shortstop up from
Polanco?
Chattanooga, but Terry Ryan says, no way. He's not ready to play up here. So they sent Santana down. They took a hint from Ricey to get somebody who can get a hit. Vargas is hitting about 325 up there. But I think what they ought to do right now is give up a couple prospects and make a deal for somebody who can DH and get some hits.
Patrick?
You got a chance. The East stinks. The Yankees are just barely over 500.
They're playing well right now, buddy.
Huh?
6 straight wins.
Yankees?
You
Yeah.
bet.
But they go up and down.
Okay.
Toronto's average. Baltimore's average. Right now, if they could get themselves somebody who can get some hits, they might go a long way.
Is it too early to say that, Patrick?
Yeah, I did point out that Milwaukee was 32-22 after 54 games last year. And
Really?
The same record as the Twins, and in fact they were 51-32 and had the best record in the National League, and ended up 31-48, and now they're 20-37.
Ooh, yeah.
It's a inexact science, baseball. Yep. When you're a little bit underwhelming like the Twins are, when you're an underdog team, it's pretty shaky. I don't think going and getting one hitter would. They do need a hitter. I agree with that.
But their division's not that good anyway.
No, it's
Detroit lost 8 in a row, yeah.
That's a pretty damn good division.
No,
Kansas City's really good.
City's the only team that's playing.
Cleveland's coming on like crazy.
Yeah, and
Cleveland's got great pitching.
Yeah, and
Cleveland's one I'd watch out for. But when do you start making deals? When do you decide? When do you decide as a GM that we got to move now?
Well, if there's a good deal, you do it at any time. You don't have to wait. If you think there's a good deal for you, you can do it any time. But if they really need hitting, they can go and get it right now. But along the way, I don't see why you have to wait for a certain period to make a deal. If you find a player that you think is going to improve your ball club, you go and get him.
Yeah. Who was that outfielder they got from Toronto?
Shannon
With the
Stewart.
pennant?
Shannon Stewart.
That's what they need right now. They need a guy like that.
He's too old now.
Yeah.
They need a guy like that who might Kansas City.
But you're talking about a bopper. You're talking about a home run hitter is what you're looking for. You're not looking for a single hitter.
I'm talking about somebody pretty good. Kansas City lost 8 of the last 10 games. They finally won today. I mean, there's no great teams in this whole league.
The other one I watch out for, though, Verlander is done his rehab almost. Here's Detroit eventually.
Yeah, they'll be back in it. But listen, this is no bargain. Sending Santana down and putting Escobar at shortstop. He's as mediocre as you can get as a shortstop. You're hurting yourself defensively. Plouffe's cooling off. That's hurt him a lot in this homestand. The one reason they stopped scoring runs. They're marginal. I think they're marginal, and they're fortunate to be 10 games over 500.
I agree, Louis.
Well, that's what I think. But as he just pointed out, Kansas City's lost 8 of 10. Detroit had lost eight straight before they just won. Cleveland's won a couple now, but they started off poorly. I don't think that there's anybody you're really afraid of if you, keep getting some of the pitching they've been getting and you get some more hits. I don't think there's any team that's overwhelming in the American League.
They should call up the center fielder in 10 days. Buxton.
Thing
Let
to
him
do.
play. Let him swing away.
Let him play.
There's got to be somebody out there, even what's his name, the center fielder
Which
from
what's his
Milwaukee.
name?
He might be
Gomez?
available.
Gomez?
Carlos Gomez.
Gomez.
Huh?
You're not going
Carlos
to go
Gomez?
give Sid, you're not going to give 2 or 3 of your good prospects away for somebody like him, and he
Here's the
costs you
thing.
plenty.
They've had 4 center fielders. Spanis, Benson, who they released.
Benson, you don't count.
Well,
can't
they
play.
thought he was a great player.
No, they
Number one
didn't.
draft
They
choice.
never thought he was a great player. He was a number
Hicks.
2 draft choice.
And who was the 4th one?
Well, they had a whole bunch of them that run out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Mike Pelfrey? How do you explain him?
Well, I think I had a long talk with the pitching coach today, and I think this pitching coach has had a lot of things going.
Which one, Guardado or Neil Allen?
Let me tell you, Brett Cavier, Glenn's son,
Yes, big
was
stat
an
man.
internet at Durham
With
the
Neil
same
Allen.
year Allen was there.
Yeah.
And this kid, Brett's a very sharp baseball guy. He got a job with a big New York outfit now that does all the statistics.
He's a
on-
stats guy.
Huh?
Stats guy.
Yeah.
Numbers
Pretty
guy.
sharp kid. He said this guy did wonders with the pitchers. And you want to look back? I'm going to look back. He gave me some names of guys that this guy developed and went up to Tampa and did a fantastic job.
You are not going to have any complaints about how much time you got to talk tonight. Patrick, do you think it's all about that?
Pelfrey is, it's a shocking thing. I think he does have a little better mix of pitches, but mostly he's healthy and he's
healthy,
throwing
right?
hard. And but isn't this is quite the deal though? You got $48 million worth of Nolasco and he stinks. You got $54 million worth of Santana and he hasn't pitched yet. But you got Pelfrey and Trevor May leading the charge.
Yeah, Phil Hughes is a little off his game.
Yeah, it's amazing.
What-
You never know.
It's just $100 million. That's all.
Wow, but if you got pitching, that's the one thing you don't have to talk about right now is pitching, and that's pretty big.
That's right. And you don't, you can't worry about what's not performing for you. As long as you got somebody performing, doesn't matter if he's making $1 million or $50 million. You got to get somebody to get
What do
the
you think
job
Paul
done in the
Molitor
air.
does for this team?
Well, obviously he's doing a lot for him because they've been a terrific team all year long. They've been, hanging in there. They're fun to watch. They really, to me, have developed a lot of confidence. I think he's really found a way to get them to believe in themselves. And when you believe in yourselves, you don't play scared. You play and you react to what's happening out there and you play well.
Hang on, hold that thought a second. We got a new thought here.
Molitor's got the guy upstairs in his corner.
He's always had a great
God?
I've
face.
never seen a
God
team.
or Terry Ryan? Which one? Terry Ryan or God?
My guy.
Oh, okay.
Both guys.
Do you have a God? Okay.
We all have guys.
Okay.
Everything this team does, the first bad thing they did the other day when they dropped that pop fly catcher and Mr. Hunter out there misjudged that ball or something like that, and then the third baseman made an error. That's about today. Played perfect.
Well, God took that day off.
Huh?
God took
That
that
was his
day
day
off.
of rest, huh? Take a break, come back, stay with us on this board show.
But he.
The Sports Show is brought to you in part by Cambria, makers of quality quartz surfaces. Ticket King. For the best price on tickets anywhere, try Ticket King. Soundpoint Audiology. Life is worth hearing. And Bobby and Steve's Auto World. Go to BobbyandSteve'sAutoWorld.com for huge savings on everything from convenience store items to everything under the hood of your car.
Quality. It's the result of shared values. The joy found in an honest day's work. Respect for true American craftsmanship and the need, not the want, to get things right. It's the result of remembering your roots. being forever humbled by how far you've traveled and forever hungry to push on further. Quality is a result. Quality is who we are. Cambria. Family owned, American made.
You're watching CW-23.
We're bringing the heat to the street. Time to get fired up.
It's hot. It's fire.
Spicy.
Super spicy.
Sriracha is back at White Castle. The ultimate Sriracha chicken slider has some hot new friends. Jalapeno cheese, sliced jalapenos, chipotle mayo, and kicked up sides. White Castle's new ultimate Sriracha and jalapeno lineup.
Jalapenos.
Chipotle mayo. You can taste the sriracha.
Jalapeno cheese.
Got a lot of kick.
White Castle. The crave is a powerful thing.
It's a total elimination at Luther Kia in Inver Grove and Bloomington. We eliminate any money down on a 2016 Kia Sorento. Now just $299 a month with zero down. Elimination. Drive a 2015 Kia Optima now for a very low $229 a month, or a Kia Soul just $209 a month with zero zip, not a down. Plus get Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty included. Head straight to Luther Kia during total elimination. 2 great locations, 1 very low price.
Are you serious? Courtside seats. I can leave right now. Yeah, no, she'll pay for the check. Just me and you. We don't need her.
Meet Kate. Kate went to Empire Beauty School, where she followed her dream to cut, color, and style her clients to gorgeous. That's the power of a life-changing beauty career like no other. Enroll now and receive a tablet as part of your new student kit. To find out how to enroll, visit us at empire.edu.
J.D. Hoyt's on your way to a Twins game, excuse me, a concert, whatever it is. Stop on by, see Pat and the gang. They'll take care of you with chops, steaks, seafood, and a whole lot more. Yes, J.D. Hoyt's on Washington, a must-stop. Welcome back to the Sports Show. Before we move on to the NHL, do you think, we were just talking about Ryan Braun, his suspension, do you think that a player should, if you test positive, Louis, do you think that your contract should be voided, or at least the team should have the option? Because if you assume they come back and they're not on the juice anymore, so their statistics may fall off, should you have the right to void the contract?
Well, whether I think that or not, they're not going to do it. But I do think that there should be a provision where somehow you can adjust the contract if you can't get rid of the contract.
What do you think, Patrick?
I think, yeah, not now, but he'll get paid. The rest of the contract's guaranteed once he comes back. I think it would be great, but that's why baseball has the best union in the history of Major League sports.
But for any sport.
They do.
Yeah, but who's going to, you got to negotiate it, Maxie. You can't just announce it.
Well, I know that, but I just wondered, conceptually, do you like that?
Yes.
Baseball, like he said, they usually get what they want to get.
Like, are you happy to see Alex Rodriguez back and playing?
Pardon me?
Are you happy to see Alex Rodriguez playing?
Yeah. Rodriguez?
Yeah.
Can't play left field, can't play shortstop.
Who?
Who did you say, Rodriguez?
Alex Rodriguez?
He's DH.
He's DH, and that might be the big bopper they go after with your influence.
Yeah, right.
I thought you just said Rodriguez.
He did.
Yeah.
Alex.
You're thinking of Escobar.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go to
the basketball player.
Well,
Who'd you mean?
Let's just move to the NHL. I'm not sure where we're at with that one. Pretty good series so far, 1 game apiece.
It's a great series.
What are you talking about?
Alex Rodriguez, A-Rod.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a terrific series. It's fast, and you got entertaining guys on both sides. You get a lot of quality chances. In Chicago, what happens? The goaltender lets a bad goal in, you don't win. Last night, Crawford let a terrible goal in, they don't win. But it's going to be a fun series all the way along.
So, Patrick, do you think if they have a really good series, does that spill over into next year in the NHL or not? Because they had 2 Game 7s in the conference finals. If they get another Game 7...
You look at the TV ratings, they're better than they used to be. Hockey's more popular nationally than it used to be. I don't know. It's never going to be the NFL, but, it's more popular than it used to be. Don't you think, Louis?
It's much more popular than it was. It's never going to be where the other 3 are. The other 3, because of the people that play and where the sport is played, they're always going to have better ratings overall. But the hockey ratings are tremendous, and they're way up from last year. And last year you had the Rangers.
But you had 2 Game 7s in the conference finals. That helps a lot.
I know.
But the question that I have is if the NHL, like when they have Olympic years in the middle of it, people say, oh boy, this will really help the NHL, but it never really has.
No.
You know, people get interested in the Winter Olympics, but it doesn't carry over to the regular season.
I think that if you look around, you're just finding hockey's become more popular all the way around. I was just at the USA meetings yesterday. We're over 600,000 registered kids playing, the first time we've ever broke that mark in the U.S. And Minnesota leads the way, by the way, when you don't call the central states, because they got a whole bunch of them, but singular states, Minnesota's got over 55,000, which leading the way.
I disagree with you. I think the Olympics help them a lot. People don't know the hockey names like they don't know the basketball names come out.
There was no big effect on ratings, though.
Whatever ratings they get, it helped them.
It can only help them, I get that.
It made hockey fans out of some people who never saw a hockey game in their life.
Let me say
That's
one
my
thing.
opinion.
All sports are regional except the NFL now. The popularity of all sports are regional now, unless you count, including baseball, unless you count the NFL.
So
the NFL does a bigger rating for a rotten Thursday night game than you do for half the World Series games.
Do you think that's
all sports are now regional?
Do you think that's the majority of those people are because of fantasy football and gambling related or not?
No, I think we love violence, and I think we love one game a week.
But I do think that it has a big effect, having the ability to have fantasy football and also the gambling. Gambling in football is the biggest there is, and so people get involved whether they like the team, know the team, or even like football. They like to gamble.
You don't have to know the team, or you have to know the sport to be interested.
And that really adds to the popularity.
There's no doubt. In the last few years, you got ESPN, you got every possible way to see a sports event.
Yep.
People never saw those sports in their life. Hockey, basketball, are now interested. And in some sports, there's so much betting that creates a lot of interest too.
You think so? You think a lot of people bet on games?
Are you kidding? At Vegas, the millions of dollars are being bet on football games and basketball games and other sports. You think that's...
We got the good lesson the other night, though. At least when you bet the NFL game, you're usually going to get the team that deserved to win. You're going to win your bet. The NBA the other night, the Golden State Warriors end up covering, and the spot was 6 points.
In overtime.
All night long, Cleveland looked like they're going to win the game, and now not only don't you win the game, you don't win our bet.
Yeah, by 8 points. Yeah, take a break, come back, stay with us. Main Street is filled with hopes and dreams. The only thing you need is the right partner. The beacon of light that shines, that says we are in this together. That is Beacon Bank. Locally owned and community committed. They understand what you need. And they are your personal answer. Your friend in business and in life. Allow the folks at Beacon Bank to be a part of your life because they make dreams come true. Beacon Bank, it's a member of the FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Looking for a nice, big, juicy rack of ribs?
Fabulous chops, huge steaks, and the Buddy Bowl? Then J.D. Hoyt's is the place for you. Hoyt's opened in 1983, and Mike Andrews and his partner John White have kept this Minnesota tradition at the top of the food chain. Managing owner Pat Montague gives us a tour.
At J.D. Hoyt's, enjoy a relaxed atmosphere, great food, friendly service, private dining room, second-to-none happy hour, and great outdoor dining, just blocks from the new ballpark.
Located at 394 in North Washington, locally owned, nationally known, Hoyt's.
Ever wonder, why do I hear but not understand? Scientists at Cambridge University discovered the answer. Inside your cochlea, there are thousands of tiny hearing hair cells. Poor hearing occurs when regions of these hair cells die. Amplifying a dead region with hearing aids makes you hear worse, not better. The result of this study is a hearing clarity breakthrough. Using standard test equipment, dead regions of your cochlea are identified. Then, a new type of frequency-shaping hearing aid is programmed to bypass the dead regions. Only your usable hearing hair cells receive amplification. Brilliant. A local study is underway. 100 citizens with hearing problems are needed to receive this testing and then wear the tiny device for 10 days, recording your results. Call now to see if you qualify. Volunteers may keep the product at a special discount if they desire. Don't miss this opportunity. Call now.
Thanks for watching CW-23.
Hi, I'm John Hines. And Bobby and Steve's Auto World is the place you should come for car washes, oil changes, tires. As a matter of fact, anything and everything under the hood of your car. You're in great hands at Bobby and Steve's Auto World, where serving people is the most important part of their business.
Schedule an appointment online for your spring car care special. Get an oil change, car wash, tire rotation, and $5 on your World Rewards card for only $39.95. While there, visit our convenience store or enjoy something from our Chevy grill.
Welcome back to the Sports Show. Mike Max, Patrick Royce, Lou Nanahan, and Sid Hartman. I was out at the Vikings a lot this week. It was an interesting week. You had a Adrian Peterson press conference. They went to a school. They practiced, everything.
Well, Peter King's a pretty sharp guy when it comes to football, right? You think he's a pretty sharp guy?
Yeah, I assume, yeah.
Sports Illustrated. He selected the Vikings as the 6th best team in the National Football League, and that's before they got Peterson back. He just thinks they're going to have a great year. He had, I forgot, he had Baltimore, he had New England, he had, I forget, but they were 6.
Patrick?
They should be pretty good if the quarterback can play. We don't know that yet. We don't know if Bridgewater can play or not, so we'll find out. At the end of Christian Ponder's rookie year, people were optimistic.
Yep.
And then it got harder.
I like the way Bridgewater handles himself, though. The way he talks, the way he feels.
He's different this year. I've been out there a lot. He's different now. He's the guy.
Yep, and I think he's feeling confident. I like to see that.
So do you believe, Patrick, that Norv Turner can one-on-one take a guy and create something? If he's got some talent, do you think a coach can have that much influence if he's a really good coach that he can take him from here to here? Or do you think it's the guy?
I think in football, yeah, to some degree. I mean, somebody did something with Aaron Rodgers. Because when he first came there, he had one of the worst deliveries of all time and had nothing on the ball, and now he's maybe the best quarterback who ever lived. So somebody did something with him.
What do you think, Wood?
I think, especially in football, and you take a quarterback and you get a guy like Turner, I think he can really accelerate his development. The way he handles them, the way he can tell him things to look for, the way he passes the ball, all of the little things that maybe we just don't understand or take for granted. I think Turner can really impart that knowledge to a guy like Bridgewater and help him.
What's the most important thing about Zimmer and Turner, that they coexist pretty well, almost as co-head coaches, with Zimmer being the head coach?
Got to be a lot of respect there. I think going both ways. I think that Turner looks at himself as being able to handle the team the way he wants to handle the offense. Zimmer's, as good defensively as there is around the league, and then he's smart enough to let Turner do what he wants to do offensively.
I think I agree with him. I think that Zimmer is one of the best coaches in the National Football League. I think they got a genius for their offensive coordinator. Why he's moved around so many places is beyond me.
He was a head coach that moved around.
Yeah.
But he is, they love him. They just think he's got all the answers.
Well, he's a pretty relaxed guy
offense.
because he's seen it all. He's pretty relaxed because he's seen it all.
Yeah, they really like him. I think with Peterson back, if he's okay, and if the quarterback can play like he played last year, and if the offensive line is healthy now, I think they'll do a pretty good job, I think.
If the tight end is healthy, that could be as much of an impact as Peterson. But you don't know. That's the thing about football. You don't know who gets hurt. What if Fusco breaks his leg again?
For sure.
You never know.
The coaches were giddy though when they saw Peterson in the OTAs, as if they weren't even sure that they had this new magical thing that they weren't counting on.
Well, now when you look at their offense, they got a lot of people that can play, and you got Mike Wallace coming in here with his speed. And if Rudolph can play and Bridgewater plays the way he did last year and Peterson comes back to play the way he does, you got a lot of weapons. It's a dangerous offense.
You got a lot of depth that they didn't have before.
They're 1-0 for sure.
Draft, you watch and see. This will be one of the best drafts they ever had.
How can you say that?
I'm just telling you.
The hotshot kid from Pittsburgh got hit or hurt already.
Yeah,
He's injured already.
Athletic ability, I'm talking
But he got hurt already.
athletes.
By the way, San Francisco, that was supposed to be a hard game.
Cow.
Half their team has quit.
They're all retiring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, there's a concern, man.
There's something going on out there, and nobody knows what it is.
Louis?
Harbaugh knows he got out of there.
Yeah, really. But that, I mean, these are guys 25 years old.
Yeah, that tackle is.
Well, he's saying that he might take his year off and see what's going on. Maybe some injuries. People are starting to get concerned about that. Who knows the reasons? But
7 between that and the guys they got rid of, 7 of their big guys are gone. So they should be some.
They do have a tough schedule, though. That's the only thing. They have the second tough schedule in the league.
Well, it's a lot less tough with the 49ers stinking.
Yeah.
With the 49ers having half their club, huh?
You got to play on the road.
Yeah.
To open it. Yeah. Take a break, come back, sports show, stay with us.
If you guys could go on a free shopping spree anywhere, where would you go? I'd go to the grocery store. Pizza, ice cream. I'd go shop for clothes. You know where I go? I'd go to Ticket King. Ticket King! At Ticket King, you can buy great seats for the Vikings, the Wild, the Timberwolves, and of course the Twins. We love the Twins. Yep, this is where I go. Vikings, Twins, Wild, Timberwolves, Gophers, theater, and concerts too. For details, go to TicketKingOnline.com. Any ticket, anytime, anywhere. It's the real thing. It's Ticket King. Right, Dad?
Couldn't have said it any better myself.
That's for sure.
You're watching CW-23.
Main Street is filled with hopes and dreams. The only thing you need is the right partner. The beacon of light that shines, that says we are in this together. That is Beacon Bank. Locally owned and community committed. They understand what you need. And they are your personal answer. Your friend in business and in life. Allow the folks at Beacon Bank to be a part of your life because they make dreams come true. Beacon Bank, it's a member of the FDIC and an equal housing lender. Beacon Bank, responsive, reliable, reassuring. Go see Bob Weiss and the gang there because they got it going on and you can live the American dream. Beacon Bank. Welcome back to the show. Move down to Triple Crown, something we haven't seen in a few years. Patrick, you've covered it more than any of us. What did this one mean?
Well, that was quite a performance, man. He jumped to the front, and this horse, to me, he's not running like a train. He's just gliding, and it doesn't look like he's working that hard. I mean, he's got his ears perked up, and he's just running in the straightaway. He looked like he had a good old time. And this was supposed to be a good crop of 3-year-olds this year, starting with the Derby. And the Derby, he had to work hard. The guy had to knock the hell out of him down the stretch to win the Derby. And with 20 horses, that happens. But the other two, he won easy.
Well, what's the most impressive is the last quarter.
Oh, yeah.
He ran faster in Secretariat.
Yes, faster in Secretariat.
Which, overall it wasn't faster in Secretariat, but the last quarter was.
Yeah.
So they're talking about he might not be done racing or whatever for this year. What do they run? What do they do? Exhibitions?
He's gonna run. No. He'll run. Maybe go to the Travers in Saratoga, and then he'll run in the Breeders' Cup Classic, and that'll probably be it. Because then they're gonna retire him, and he'll go play with the girls.
And they said that his
what a life, when you think about it?
His stud fee will probably be around $100 million. He'll gross.
But that's one of the bad things about racing, modern racing, with that kind of money in it. This horse should run as if you want to grow on him being a Triple Crown winner, he should be running as a 4-year-old. You know, Secretariat ran it as a 4-year-old, but they don't do that anymore. It's because, it's like boxing. They cut their own throat.
Don't want to lose their money.
And finally, that last...
$20 million.
Hey, hang on. It's time for you now to make your final commentary.
You want to breed this horse is $20 million right now.
$100 million.
The syndication
$20 million
that they paid is $20 million.
Times.
No, but it's going to be, his stud fees will probably total up to be $100 million.
We'll figure it out by next week.
It's going to be a lot.
The Sports Show is brought to you in part by Cambria, makers of quality quartz surfaces. Ticket King. For the best price on tickets anywhere, try Ticket King. Soundpoint Audiology. Life is worth hearing. And Bobby and Steve's Auto World. Go to BobbyandSteve'sAutoWorld.com for huge savings on everything from convenience store items to everything under the hood of your car.